What's up, guys? Nova Joe back again with another top 5 video. This time I'll be doing the top 5 vehicles for the Air Raider. This was a very hard video to put together because there's just so many vehicles to choose from, and narrowing it down to 5 was not an easy task. So this is very subjective, guys, so please don't take offense to my choices. Please don't get all up in arms in the comments section. These are my top 5 picks for the 5 vehicles that I think are the best to use for the Air Raider. So without any further rambling, let's go ahead and take a look at the ones I've chosen. First up is the level 72 Caliban Armored Rescue Vehicle. This will hold 4 crew members. It's a high performance version of the Caliban Armored Rescue Vehicle. Various performance improvements. It has succeeded in maximizing the speed of treatment and the loading capacity of therapeutic drugs. Furthermore, the running speed has become faster, and even the maneuverability has improved. It can be said that it is a rescue vehicle with the highest performance. And as you can see, this vehicle has a multi-purpose function. One is mainly for healing. You can put 4 people into it, 1 person driving, 3 people in the back, all the while having their health refilled up to 20,000 points of health recovery. Secondly, it's a very speedy getaway vehicle. It is great to throw some troops in, haul them to one side of the map while you are trying to get away from a herd of whatever and continue to fight from another location, all the while being able to get health. Secondly, it's wonderful to just be a mobile medical hotspot. Basically, you drop the vehicle in, put it in a little hidey hole, and just keep it there for when you need to run over and get some health real quick in the midst of a firefight. If you can find a place to shove it in and hide it away, it makes it even better. Secondly, it's a pretty speedy little vehicle for picking up boxes and has a nice weapon acquisition ring or box acquisition ring going around it, so you can quickly pick up boxes. It goes over terrain really well. Rubble doesn't seem to bother it all that much. So there you go, guys. That is the level 72 Caliban Medical Rescue Vehicle M3. Next on the list, we have the level 85 Depth Crawler Custom. It holds 1 crew member, and it is a subterranean vehicle. It can be used above ground, but mainly is to be used below ground. It's a custom type of Depth Crawler 4. As a result of the adjustments, it became possible to equip the heavy armament rapid bazooka without degrading its maneuverability. Fires a series of powerful rockets to frighten the target, can do great damage. Also comes equipped with a machine gun. The Depth Crawler Custom is a wonderful underground vehicle. Has the ability to scale cliff sides, climb to higher levels than you can get on foot. Has the ability to jump and stick to walls. It has a lot of maneuverability. It does take some practice to get familiar with the controls, but once you do get familiar with the controls, it is an awesome vehicle to use in the game. This version of it has rapid bazookas, which will allow you to pummel the enemies with a lot of firepower all at once without fear of too much repercussion. Secondly, you have a machine gun attached to the front, which allows you to take on lesser enemies when you don't want to be blasting with your rapid bazooka in close proximity to other people. Next up is the ability to just summon it immediately. Since you're underground, it does not have to be dropped by an aircraft. It just simply appears on command, and it refills quite quickly, meaning that when your ammo has ran out, you can call in another one and have it at your disposal instantaneously, pretty much. It is an outstanding vehicle to use in the midst of an underground battle. It works great against bosses. It works great against herds of enemies coming at you. Just all around an awesome underground vehicle to take with you. Third on the list is the level 87 Combat Frame Eiren 4. This mech supports 1 crew member. It's a heavy arm version of the Combat Frame Eiren. It has the highest firepower of any combat frame. It comes equipped with 2 electromagnetic laser cannons, one particle beam cannon, which does do penetrating damage, and a Mirage pod, which shoots out lock-on lasers. So this vehicle, this mech, is outstanding for taking on aerial opponents, ground-based opponents, bosses. It has a wealth of firepower at its disposal and packs a ton of damage. And as you can see in this video, it takes out airborne enemies with ease and has a very fast movement speed. Its jump is a little lacking. Actually, its jump is a lot lacking. But its speed at just walking and maneuvering over terrain is second to none. It is outstandingly fast. It has a weapon acquisition ring for gathering up boxes, and it is just a force to be reckoned with. Who doesn't like mech suits? Who doesn't like the Vigaltas of the past? And this just amps it up to 11. This is an outstanding combat frame that does a absolute ton of damage to the enemy and is not a vehicle to be passed up. It's not a mech to be passed up. So keep your eyes out for the level 87 combat frame Eiren 4. It's an awesome piece of equipment for the Air Raider. Fourth on the list is the level 83 B651 Titan M3 tank. This is a beast of a tank. The ability to hold 3 crew members, each crew member having access to offensive weaponry. The pilot of the vehicle has the ability to launch the Requiem cannon, which has 10 rounds and does 17,250 points of damage. The pilot also has the ability to have access to a machine gun for the smaller enemies coming up close, because you do not want to fire this Requiem cannon right into a close proximity of your tank, because if you take splash damage from it, you will take a lot of damage from it. Next up are the gunner seats. There's 2 gunner seats, with the gunners having access to 2 weapons. They have access to the smoothbore cannon, which does penetrating damage, does 1,840 points of damage per blast, and also have access to a lock-on missile launcher. Each side has a lock-on missile launcher with 48 rounds, each round doing 2,300 points of damage. This tank is a beast, and like I said, it holds 3 crew members, so you can haul some people with you. It moves at a very nice clip, so this is a pretty speedy tank for its size. Has a weapon acquisition ring that allows you to collect boxes on the field. It is great to be used against bosses. That Requiem cannon packs a punch on bosses, as well as aerial enemies, ground-based enemies, whether they be small enemies or medium-sized enemies. And with the smoothbore cannons on the side, you can actually take on cosmonauts and colonists and do a good chunk of damage to them with that penetrating damage. So the B651 Titan M3 is quite a beast of a tank, and it's definitely a tank you don't want to overlook. Don't think that it's slow as molasses because of its size. That would be a very bad misjudgment of this tank. It's a great tank to use in combat. Alright guys, that is the B651 Titan M3. Check it out. Number 5 on the list is the level 87 Warbalga. The Warbalga is a gigantic unloader modified by the military. It possesses power that surpasses that of a crane, and its armor is on par with that of a fortress. They can no longer be called construction machinery, and manufacturing costs are skyrocketing. Only a few were produced, and many are still under construction. If a large number of Warbalga were to be deployed, it would probably be a battlefield where the fate of mankind depended on it. This is your tried and true, gigantic, massive Barga or Balam from past games, affectionately called the Warbalga in this game. It has no projectile weapons, but it does have the good old tried and true fist and feet that we have all come to love from past titles. And you can stomp and you can smash little guys, you can pound, you can pulverize the medium guys, and you can go toe to toe with the gigantic beast bosses of this game. The Warbalga is an awesome mech, and it's one that packs a ton of armor, which currently in my current state with it, at its current level, is like 625,000 points of armor. Each punch does thousands of points of damage. Each stomp does thousands of points of damage, and it has the ability to do special moves. If you don't know how to do the special moves, all you do is you press in on L3, and then you press R1 or you press L1, and it will do some powerful moves. It also comes with combinations where you press R1, R1, L1, or L1, L1, R1, and a few others that are on the list. And it can do some pretty fun fisticuffs. The stomping, it's a little iffy on that, but you can stomp on some ants. But you can also just reach right down and pound them into the dirt with your fist. That, guys, is the Warbalga. One not to be passed up. It is slow, but it does pack a punch. Alright, guys, that is my top 5 favorite vehicles, mechs, whatever you want to call it, for the Air Raider. These were a lot of fun to pick out. They're even more fun to use, and I just highly recommend you give them a try if you haven't when this game comes out, or if you have the Japanese version right now. Give these vehicles a try. They are a blast. They are so much fun to use, and sometimes it's not necessarily the fun part of using them, but it's the utility of them. They just can really help you beat some of the harder missions on Inferno. So alright, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please comment down below, and please subscribe if you've enjoyed what you've seen. I enjoy making these videos for you all, and I love seeing those subscriber numbers go higher and those likes go up, because that tells me that you guys like what you're seeing. So alright, guys, as always, take care. God bless, and keep on gaming. I'll be back soon with more EDF content.